Jehovah's passion for life. We just a part of this team that be bringing them life.
Y'all do 93.7 The Beat, H-Sounds Red Hip Hop and Throwback Saturday. Sit down with Memphis 10 comedian, funny man extraordinaire, Guy Torry in the building.
Guy Torry in the place to be. Got kicked out of Trump University.
Hey.
I didn't grab by the hoo-ha, so they kicked me out.
I could give you a beat for a freestyle. I know you gonna come in here rapping,
Hey,
man.
I got bars, son. I got bars, son.
What brings you through H-Town?
Man, come on, man. The improv, man. I always love coming to H-Town, man, and slinging these little nasty jokes I got, man.
All right, so on this Saturday tonight, you got two shows.
7 and 9:45, man. We got a great lineup, man. We got Miss Pretty Ricky, man, who's one of the funniest comedians coming up, male or female, man. Very, very funny. Last night we had a guest spot drop in by Daphne Springs, who just taped Def Comedy Jam.
Yeah.
This couple of weeks ago, man. So it's great. So then you got me.
Okay.
You know, you got, Mr. Tripolar right here. Me, myself, and Guy.
You one of them seasoned comedians now.
Seasoned.
You're not one of these.
That's nice for saying old.
Yeah, I'm trying not to call you old.
old.
Talk about how you first got. I know you come from a family of comics. Your brother Joe.
Yeah, Joe, big bro Joe.
How did this start for you?
Man, I was the only one in my family that didn't finish college. So I do something with my life. And I said, you know what? Since I was a class clown, campus clown at college before they kicked me out, I might as well do this, man. But it was Def Jam, Def Comedy Jam, man. My brother started before me. Yeah. And watching that whole season of Def Jam, that first season, man, I got bit. Yeah. I was like, man, because those are guys in my peer group that I could, right. I knew Eddie Murphy and Rich Pryor, but the ones who inspired me were my brother Joe Torry, Martin Lawrence.
Very nice.
Those guys, man. Eddie Griffin and DL and Cedric and those guys.
Talk about the art of it, man, because everybody thinks, because you could be funny in the classroom right. or you could be funny in front of your friends. Right. How do you translate that energy to being funny on stage?
Study the craft. I mean, you got to be born with it, man.
Okay.
I mean, you just got to want to do it, but you got to also be born with it. But you gotta. It's like it's like an athlete. Yeah. Like Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, those guys, man. They're blessed with raw talent, but unless you get in the gym, unless you get in the gym and work on other parts of your game, you're just gonna be, just funny, but not translatable into doing a show, putting a show together. Yeah. But having an identity, having a point of view, man.
Talk about a time where you bombed, because everybody's bombed before.
No. Let me tell you, I've bombed by my standards. Okay. Because I have very high standards. I got in standing ovation before. I hated my set. Wow. Because I'm very anal retentive. I'm a perfectionist. Okay. So if I flub one joke, I feel like, man, or if I didn't connect with the audience, I like, man. But, in my terms, I bombed, a lot of times. Yeah. But and it's certain people like, no, when you say get booed off stage, no.
Nothing like that.
No.
Oh, you one of the ghosts there. Okay, so fast forward, when you get into the point where you are a celebrity comedian, right? Every time you go somewhere, people like, say something funny.
But that's going to happen. Come on, that comes with the territory. So you can't really get mad at it. Yeah. It's good that they recognize you for your craft and your art, which is cool. Mm-hmm. And you just got to take that with a grain of salt, man. I mean, sometimes people, when they see an entertainer, because I hate the word celebrity. Okay. So overused. Yeah. It's misused. I'm writing a bit about it right now. Okay. But when they see an entertainer, I mean, it's sometimes they don't know how to react. Yeah. They're not used to seeing someone that they've seen in a movie or TV show. Right. So they're nervous and they say, dumb-ish. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I hear it all the time. Oh, you? Yeah. You ain't you. Yeah. You? Yeah. Do you know who you are? Yeah, I know who I am. I'm me. Me is me. But you got to take that with a grain of salt, man, because it's just excited. All right, and then in the dating world, when you meet a girl, and you want to be suave, you want to be serious, man. You know what I mean? I'm never that serious. I mean, you know what? I'm me all day. Okay. So it's like, I know when to be funny. I know when to turn on, when to turn off. But I'm on most of the time, man.
All the time.
Most of the time. Yeah.
And your comedy.
Because as an actor and as a comedian, you're a sponge. You're soaking everything in because you never know when you're gonna have to use that experience again. Everything.
Are there lines comedians can't cross?
There's lines I don't cross. I don't do R jokes, which is women being sexually violated.
Oh, okay.
I don't joke about that.
Gotcha.
I don't even say the word. Okay. And I don't talk about plus size women.
Gotcha.
Plus size breasts.
What do you feel about what do you feel about Hollywood right now coming out? Everybody coming out. Yo, he did this, he did that.
I'm so glad, man. They coming out. Forget the clouds. They coming out the garages right now, man. I'm glad, man, because first of all, man, that crap needs to be. It should have never started, but that's the way of the world, unfortunately. Yeah. So everybody coming out with the sexual harassment, sexual, being inappropriate, and things like that, man, it's long overdue. And hopefully it'll get back to talent. I mean, not that these people don't have talent.
Absolutely.
But the fact that sometimes people who are qualified for the job are skipped over because somebody gave up a piece of ass.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, the bottom line. But at the same time, it's shame on these executives who put women or men in that position.
Yeah.
You get a young girl who moves out to L.A., and all her friends and family are doubting her, and now she wants to follow her dream as an actress or a model or a singer, and she's struggling. She got her morals or values, and then she's probably sleeping in a car or a girlfriend's couch.
Right.
And then you meet this guy who can make your career go here, but he dangling a penis carrot in front of you.
Someone ain't got no choice.
Which is crazy, and he's like, okay, in that situation, it's like, what do you do? Yeah. And then if you don't, he's gonna blackball you. Right. She's gonna blackball you.
Right.
And now you won't get to follow your craft or your dream. So at the same time, if you go that route, which I understand, the predicament, you wrong too. You both wrong.
Gotcha.
But
does it stick with you though? If a woman goes that route, does it get passed to the next producer? Like, yo.
And that's sometimes that's how it is, man. But at the same time, man, it's like, the girls probably like, I didn't gave away some butt for free.
Yeah.
And this dude, they did nothing for me. So if I can give it to somebody who can help my career, then bam. But that's still you still got to live with that. You still got to wake up the next morning and look at yourself in the mirror and know that you got it on that, and not just purely on your talent and your gift, which is sad.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, a lot of women find themselves in that predicament. So they do it that one time.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
They do the movie or whatever the project is.
Right.
Boom, blow up. Now you're addicted to the fame. Stars, the likes, the clicks, the whole thing, the red carpets. Everybody knowing you are, you addicted to that, and then you run out of money.
Okay, it's time to.
And it's like, okay, another penis carrot dangling in front of you, and like, man, I don't want to do this again. And like, okay, just as one time, now you hooked, and now it's like it's sad.
How do you stay grounded in the vicious world of like Hollywood?
With stand up, man. I can say no because I'm on the road 40 weekends a year doing stand-up.
Wow.
Would I rather be in movies and stuff and split that time up? Absolutely. But there's roles I won't take, and they know.
Yeah.
And I get punished for it. I ain't going to front. And there's certain things I won't do. So, as long as I got stand-up and the people come out and see me and slang these jokes live, and I can say no to a lot of projects.
So, I mean, comedy is your lane, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
well, all of it's my lane. Comedy is the key that started the engine. Comedy is the girl that brought me to the dance.
Gotcha.
But I'm in every lane right now.
So, Life, one of my favorite movies. Yeah. You already okay. I loved you in that, right? So, could you find yourself turning around and doing a Enemy of the State, Will Smith type movie? Like,
I mean, I've done the dramas. If you look at my resume, American History X, which was my first dramatic film with Ed Norton, which he got nominated for an Oscar in that film. That was my first dramatic role. You look at my role in Don't Say a Word, Michael Douglas and Brittany Murphy.
Okay.
If you look at my role in Runaway Jury with Dustin Hoffman and John Cusack and Gene Hackman.
Yeah.
If you look at my role in what else? There's another one. I'm sorry, it's several actually. But on NYPD Blue, on the X-Files, all dramatic roles. Also, a movie I did with, I don't know if I can say this name, but it may be a competition, but with Russ Parr called The Last Stand.
Yeah.
That was a dramatic role. So I love drama actually more than comedy, to be honest. Because drama, I mean, people got to realize comics, we're dark people on the inside.
Okay.
We do comedy to bring light to our dark situation. We're some twisted, effed up individuals.
Really?
We're control freaks.
Yeah.
And we do comedy because we're so afraid of getting laughed at. We do stand-up to control the laughter. So when a comic can tap into that dark side that he or she already has, the drama is easy. It's just the fact that our comic ego wants to be funny all the time. And you got to put that comic ego out the way and tap into that dark side, and you get some great dramatic performances. When Kevin Hart decides to go drama, it's going to be amazing. The movie I talked about with the Last Stand with Russ Parr, Kevin Hart showed some range in that, and that role that he played in that movie.
Right.
And he's already got the comedy down packed. Okay. So it's going to be amazing if he taps into that.
Speaking of Kev, right now, I'll just say over the last year, he's been Hollywood's comedic it guy. Right. Just go to Kev.
Couple of years, yeah.
How do you go from the soul plane type era to just out of there? Like,
I mean, first of all, let's not sound corny. It may be for your morning show. God, first of all, you have you got to have a strong foundation. But other than that, Kevin's always been smart.
Okay.
Kevin got it a long time ago.
Okay.
Like he got it. He doesn't. He's not controversial.
Right.
He doesn't really bring politics into it. But also, he knew that if he tells his story, And he talks about himself. When people leave his show, they're taking a piece of him away with him. So that sticks with you. Okay. Rather than going on stage being a comic, he goes on stage to be a comedian. Big difference between a comic and a comedian. A comic says funny things. A comedian makes things funny. And you open it up and you let people in. Okay. So Kevin got it at a very early stage in his career, and he surrounded himself with the right people. He obviously works as hard as he can and been doing it, so that's why he's where he is.
How much of you is in your comedy? How much do you reveal, you put out there that's really real stuff?
I put a lot of it out of me in my stand-up, man, and now I'm getting more and more into that, man. I mean, I used to do that in the beginning, and I got away from it, and now I'm coming back to it. Being inspired, I just went and saw Dave Chappelle and Chris Rock and Kevin and those guys, man. It's like, man, getting back to storytelling, you know, and being open, because, you know, there's only so much material. And then, you know, people can take your material unless you talk about you. People can't steal you. If they do, you know, they can't do you as good as you do you.
All right, so you mentioned some of the GOATs, Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock. What do you feel about the era that we're in with social media? Because like you get on Instagram now, you're Insta famous for your 60 seconds or your bits, right? Is it harder being funny on the gram? You know what I mean?
It's funny because that's a discussion that a lot of, you know, the OG comics have.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm in the gap. Like, I embrace both. I embrace, you know, my generation. I've been in the game 25 years. I embrace my generation, the generation before me, and ones before. But I embrace the young generation too because it's just a different time. Everybody craps on the generation that comes behind them. Okay. Which is, instead of crapping on the generation that comes behind you or the one that came before you, why not team up and let's work together? So it's easier to take a seasoned comedian and make them an Instagram or a social media star than it is to take a social media star and make them a comedian. Because this is work, grinding. Yeah. I do at least 350 shows a year. Wow. I'm on the road 40 weekends a year. I'm doing at least an hour each show. Those are and city to city, station to station, airplane to airplane. I mean, it's a lot of work and from different crowds. And my audience is usually diverse. So I don't have just an all-black audience. Right. So you put yourself in that's a lot of work. True. Put in for 25 years. So the social media generation, they're good. They need to put in the work. Right. I applaud what they've done on that front. That's amazing. To have come in with a following is amazing. And my word to them is just now work on your stage presence, because what's happening is some of the social media comedians are going to comedy clubs. Okay. Selling out. Okay. Because of the name. Because of the name. Right. And then people are coming to see comedy for the first time in their life, live stand-up. Mm. So that's their impression sometimes of live stand-up. Yeah. And sometimes the 60 seconds you saw doesn't add up to the 45 minutes they need to do. So to do. When I'm on stage, I that's why I said I'm hard on myself early. And I'm very critical, because I feel like I'm carrying the torch for live stand-up comedy. Not just for me, but for everybody in my genre. And the thing about it is, somebody's coming to their show for the first time. Yeah. And I want to be balls to the wall. I want to give 300% on stage. If I don't, I feel like I failed comedy. I feel like somebody's coming for the first time, maybe turned off for life from live stand-up. Yeah. So I just wish every comedian would take that mindset. How do you stay motivated? You got all these shows. You got LA with these high-ass bills, man. That makes you motivated. Okay, so watch this. You saw up tonight, and the crowd not giving you anything. They didn't give you what they gave you last night. We just be funny. Right. You know what I mean? See, here's the thing. A lot of comedians like, oh, it was a bad crowd. I've been doing this for 25 years. Yeah. I've never had a bad crowd. I don't believe in bad crowds. Only bad jokes and bad comedians. There's never a bad crowd. Because you got to look at the fact the odds are against me. Mm-hmm. If it's 400 people in the room, I'm the only one right. If they ain't laughing, I'm the only one right. Right. That's really kind of, you know, self-absorbed if you think that, oh, the crowd is bad. Like, they got together before the show and said, we're not gonna laugh at Guy. Huddle, break. But they laughed at the first two comedians. I got you. All of a sudden they shut down on you. Right. So now the crowd bad. I would tell young comedians, don't cut off fingers and put up mirrors. Quit they're blaming everything else, everybody else, because then you think you ain't good. Then you think you don't have to work. Yeah. Then you think it's not you. Yeah, it's you. It's you. Because they laughed at the first two comedians. And now they shut down on you. So you got to be able, as a comedian, to find that audience. Because I say this. I do this more than they do that. Absolutely. I do more comedy shows than the average person goes to a comedy show. Absolutely. So I should be better at what I do than what they do. Right. So if I'm not tapping into who they are, then it ain't their fault. It's my fault. You still get nervous? Every day. Every time before I go on stage, every show.
You feel like the moment that you're not nervous anymore, you...
Absolutely. I learned that from J. Anthony Brown when I was less than a year in the game.
Yeah.
He was nervous before he went up, and he said, I said, man, why are you nervous? He said, man, when I stop being nervous, I'm going to stop doing stand-up. Because when you're nervous, you care. You still care.
Right.
When you're not nervous, then you can be... It's different between being confident and cocky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Confidence is just cocky with a tuxedo on it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know, cocky is like you got your shirt, you went to the gym, you got your shirt off, you showing your six-pack and like, yeah.
Yeah.
Confidence is you got all that, but
let
me button it up and put a tuxedo on.
Gotcha.
I know how I look under here.
Gotcha.
I'm cool with what I do.
How you handle hecklers? That drunk dude in the crowd.
They don't want to see me. I mean, I let them go to a certain degree, you know, but when they start ruining for the audience, because I'll never lose.
Gotcha.
That ain't in my DNA. I don't lose. I don't take L's on stage.
Love it.
Even if he gets the best of me, I'm gonna find a way to win. But I'm not quick to throw somebody out. You know?
We're not showing up and I'm attacking the first person on the front row. That's what I do. You're not one of them?
It depends. I live in the moment. So if it's like last night,
okay.
I didn't do it first show, second show, dude had to look like he had a first day of school shirt on. Boom, I gotta address that. I'm gonna be in the moment, present in the moment. So, you know, it is what it is.
All right, 2 more shows this weekend at A-Style.
2 more shows tonight. 1 more show tomorrow, man. It's gonna be uncut, unplugged, unbelievable. It's just. I'm working on some new material too for my special. I got a big project coming out that's gonna be the first of its kind. It's multiple components to it.
Okay.
And it starts with a documentary, then my special, then some reality stuff, then a weekly series, then another quarterly series.
Yeah.
And just a lot of stuff going on, man. My podcast. I love when people listen to my podcast. I'm on 2 podcasts. Unstable with the D, Unstable Podcast. Find on Apple Music, Google Play, or YouTube.
Yeah.
Subscribe to us. It's myself, Claudia Jordan from Atlanta Housewives and Celebrity Apprentice. My man Mike Hill, who's on Fox Sports 1, former ESPN, and my man Steve Wilson, very funny comedian. Steve Wilson, former of the DL show, radio show, and also another one called Third Degree Radio with Big Trey D from the East Siders.
Are you doing his radio thing?
Huh?
You doing his radio thing?
Hey man, yo.
I'm trying to take my job, Doc.
It's all about marketing and branding and getting yourself out there, man. I love to talk, so it's all good. Follow me at Guy Torry, GUYTORRY.
Can I put you on a hot seat real quick?
Go ahead, man.
All right, let's answer. First answer come to your head, all right?
All right. No, I didn't sleep with your mom.
You don't want none of that.
That's not it?
Nah, you don't want that part.
Right.
Fruit Loops or Frosted Flakes? Fruit Loops or Frosted Flakes? How about that? Let's start there.
Frosted Flakes.
Football or basketball?
Man, I was better at football, so football.
Take a knee. Thoughts?
They should take both knees, actually.
Take a knee.
I prefer them on both knees.
Yeah.
Unless you got one leg.
I'm talking about football, bro.
Oh.
I knew you was gonna go.
Take a knee?
Yeah, take
absolutely.
a knee. Yeah.
Absolutely take a knee. I'm actually really got a boycott in the NFL right now. It's
really?
hard because my team is 7-3. The Rams. And it was
balling.
Huh?
They balling right now.
They balling right now. So it's hard. Like, man, why couldn't this been last year when they stunk?
Yeah.
The last 5 years in the Rams stunk, but now they 7-3, and now I got to boycott the game. It hurts.
All right. LeVar Ball.
Love him. I mean, he people say stuff about him, but he got his kids to where they are. He got them that spotlight.
Yeah.
He got his son, the high draft pick, his other ones. I mean, personalities come in all different flavors and styles and whatever. God bless that dude, man.
All right.
Because the thing about it is, black men get in trouble for not taking care of their kids, and then when they take care of their kids, it's like, oh, if he loud with it, oh, he's too loud. So he's never gonna please some people.
You don't think he's too loud?
No, man. He being himself, man.
At the end of the day,
being himself. If that's who he is, that's who he is.
Yeah.
I
was gonna say, at the end of the day, man, he's the real winner. 2 years ago, he wasn't worth. He's worth $13.5 million.
Yeah,
now.
man.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, he's the real winner in all of this. I think he kind of buffoonery, but like you said, he winning.
That's your
opinion. He taking care of his kids. So,
that's your opinion, but everybody has their opinion, but it's like that's him, man. Some people just they're extroverts. They have big personalities.
All right, who you listening to right now? Musical.
Wow.
Who hot?
Man.
K-Dot.
Keon Harold.
Yeah, that's your home.
It's my homeboy from St. Louis. Album out right now. I'm on the album too. Keon Howell, yes. From Ferguson, Missouri, yes.
Get this marketing game
I'm from St. Louis, so yeah.
All right, last person, Trump. What you think?
Trump. Have you seen my act?
Tonight. Improv.
I'm going to talk about this administration, not administration, because with this dude in office, it's administration. We cramping, we bloated. We need a pass for this country right now.
All right, social media, shout it out last time.
Guy Torry, Guytorry on everything. At Guy Torry Comedy Show, the best damn comedy show, period. I guarantee you. I have a guarantee when I do my show. Yeah. When you come to the Guy Torry Comedy Show, the best damn comedy show, period. If you don't have a good time, I'm always in the lobby after the show. Come up to me with your ticket stub and say, "Guy, and laugh. I didn't have a good time."
Yeah.
I would take you back to the box office myself, and I would show you the sign that says no refund. Get your ass out of here.
Guy Torry in the building. On the y'all new 93.7 The Beat. Appreciate you stopping through, homie.